Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today as always. Good morning, if it's morning wherever you are in the world today. We had quite the storm last night and it's a cloudy, cool morning this morning, about 65 degrees. That's quite nice compared to the 97 degrees we had last Friday. It was brutal working out there, but hey, my client supplied me with ice water, so it wasn't too bad. I don't have a lot of time today, but before I get started, smash that like button and subscribe. Share this with a friend if you think it will be of value to them. And today's topic is going to be what goes around comes around. For every up, there's a down. Karma. You reap what you sow. Yes, I know we've all heard these things, and most of us believe them, but we really don't live by them. Because the consequences, or when the consequences manifest from our actions, we don't seem to put them together. Because maybe the act or the thought was something that we did a long time ago. Or we blame, or maybe we even thank the people. Let's say someone pulls out in front of you, or they don't use their turning signal. You think, that crazy driver. I tell you, there's a lot of crazy drivers out there. But if you stop and think and look back in your past, you will remember a time when you did the very same thing. If you are aware of what you are doing, what you are thinking. Your thoughts are important too. If you go around thinking badly about everybody and people that do things that you don't think are right, that you judge as right, or if you're cynical of other people, you will find that people will be cynical of you or judgmental of you. But you don't put the two things together because you're not really aware of what you're thinking. You don't think about what you're thinking about. You must be aware of your inner conversations. Everyone is having inner conversations. And unfortunately, most people are having negative inner conversations, arguments with people. I catch myself still doing it, but I catch myself. You must always be aware of that, because if you're arguing with someone within your mind, you will soon find yourself arguing with someone out there. But it all begins within you. Whatever you want in life, give it away. If you want understanding, then be understanding. If you want peace, then be a peaceful person. Bring peace to the people you meet. If you want success, help other people to become successful. If you want money, give it away. Or in the very least, show others how to earn money. Share your gifts. Don't be like the servant who had his gift and he just kept it because he was afraid that his master would be angry when he came back if he lost it. He didn't want to risk. He didn't want to risk losing it. Don't be afraid to lose whatever you have by giving it away. Whatever you give away in life will come back to you multiplied, or they say multiplicatively. I have a hard time saying that word. But we seem to be taught as we grow up that we have to go out there and get what we want. We have to make it happen. And there is some truth to that. Like with all lies, there is a part of a truth to that. That's what makes a good lie, is it's mixed a little bit in with the truth. And I'm not saying you don't have to take action, because of course you do. I mean, I can't just sit here and expect God or the universe to bring me $1 million. I may have to get up and do something, okay? But that's the joy. That's the joy of the journey, is getting up and doing something. So many people think, and I have mistakenly thought also, that if I have a goal, and I've had many goals in my life, I've achieved many goals, that when I get there, I'm going to be happy, that's the fulfillment, and that's not it at all. There is a certain amount of satisfaction when you achieve the goal, but it is soon fleeting and lost, and then you have to set another goal. The joy is truly in the journey. I know most of you heard that old cliche, but it's so true. If you're not enjoying today, then what are you living for? because today is all there is. So many times people look off into the future. I'm getting off topic, but it all works together. It's all congruent, okay? Whatever you want in life, give it away. I find that whenever I try to share something like I'm sharing with you to make your life better, that my life becomes better. What do I get out of this, making these videos? I become, how do I say, more aware of what I'm doing. I cannot share something with you or suggest you do something without it coming back to me and saying, hey, Mark, are you doing that? Maybe you need to improve on what you're doing. It only reinforces to me what I need to continue to do. As I told you earlier, we need to look within ourselves and think about what we're thinking about, to keep a watch on our inner conversations. Because if I'm giving out negativity by my thoughts, I may never say anything to the person, but I will have negativity come back to me. Now, you may be thinking about strife or problems or trouble or lack, and it may not come back to you exactly as the thoughts you're thinking, but it will come back to you in some way. If you look out there and see abundance and think about abundance, for example, where I live, I don't know, it's probably 90% or more. We have one of the most overweight states in the United States, okay? Now, I can look at that as many people out of shape and, man, they need to take care of themselves, and I have looked at it that way. Or I can look at it like this. I live in such an abundant area that everybody has so much to eat that they really have a problem with being overweight. But the positive side of that is there is no lack here. Man created lack by trying to get everything he needed instead of giving. Whatever you want in life, give it away. Give it away. If you want money, give money away. I'll guarantee you that works. Now, it's not going to work overnight, but it will come back to you. Try it. Try it and see what happens. And you say, oh, well, Mark, I don't have any money to give away. You have $1 out of $10 to give away, and plant that into good ground. Give it somewhere where it's going to be used to help other people. So you don't just want to give money away haphazardly. Be prudent with your money and where you give it. Now, it's okay to give to the poor too, and maybe they won't do anything with it, but we're always going to have the poor with us. As far as I'm concerned, I think we will. Maybe one day we will rise above that, but I would say that's millennia down or ahead in the future. But whenever you lift someone else up, you lift yourself up doubly or triply or quadruply. I don't even think that's a word, but you understand my meaning. Whatever you do for someone comes back to you multiplied. And the reverse side of that is whatever you take from someone, or whatever if you do something that's not congruent with love, I'll say, or good nature, that comes back to you multiplied too. And this is not a mean law or a terrible law. It's so we can grow, so we can learn how other people feel. Because we are all connected somehow. I don't really understand that, but anytime you do something to someone or something for someone, it's the same thing as doing it to yourself. And as I said earlier, the reason people don't really believe that, even though we have all these old cliches about what goes around comes around, is because it doesn't happen immediately. My action of today may not return to me for 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 6 months, 2 years, but it will return to me multiplied. So this is a universal law you can use to make your life better or worse. The power is there regardless. It just depends how you want to use it. As are all universal laws, they can work for you or against you. We didn't destroy a law of gravity by flying. We just learned how to use the law of lift to overcome, let's say, the law of gravity. It's still an existing law. You can't see gravity, but you can see the results of gravity. If you jump off a building or off a plane, the motor in the plane quits. Those are the results of an invisible, powerful law that you can't see, and maybe you don't even understand. I really don't understand it, but I realize that it's there. And there's a bird flying out my window right now. Now, he's subject to the law of gravity, but yet he overcomes the law of gravity with the law of lift, and I'd say propulsion. Maybe that's not the word you would use with a bird, but with an airplane you would use that. So anyway, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you could be here. I appreciate you, and my new subscribers, welcome. Have a great day. Be careful.